Position, picked up the rebound and an easy 2 points.
Good ball inside to Morrissey. Throws it up to Wild shot, tapped away by Riddle and picked up by Lazard. He's not noted for his ball skills, but Morrissey taps it out of court and the Falcons will inbound. Peter Harvey coming into the game now to replace Peter Hill with 4:40 left in the first term.
Obviously, Coach Ken Cole going to rotate his players a little bit more tonight. A couple of early substitutions.
Out to Michael Johnson, Chris Dill. No real space to take those three-point attempts tonight. Beautiful basket, James Bullock.
Well, it was good movement there, Mike. They kept the ball going and picked up a nice, easy 2 points.
So Mark Dalton coming into the game to replace Tim Morrissey. So both coaches, Bobby Turner and Ken Cole.
Let's watch this action again. Nice little swivel by James Bullock. Puts the two in over Morrissey. And the big fella's playing very, very well.
Falcons showing a 1-2-2 zone defense, and they're paying a lot of attention to Damien Keogh.
Had plenty of space that time, Damien Keogh. Dave Ankeny made him earn 3 points.
Well, they had a little bit of a lapse there, and they paid the penalty.
James Bullock, Peter Harvey with the ball now. Beautiful pass inside to Lazard. Travel called.
Little shuffle of the feet. Referee Mal Cooper. He's called in for a travel.
So just under 4 minutes left in the first term. There's only a point in it. The Falcons lead. Keogh now. Lazard moves up on him quickly this time. Inside to Mark Riddlin in plenty of space. He can't make it. Good rebound by James Bullock. Break out quickly. Peter Harvey in space. Can he go all the way? The charge has been called on James Bullock, and the Kings will inbound.
Rian Rebellion takes his mandatory charge.
All I can say is I'm glad I'm not coaching, because that would have cost me a beer. Good take by Ian Rebellion on that one, because that's the type of play that you need on the defensive end of the court, where you take the charge and you don't get any glory for that one, but you get good advantage to your team.
The Moose into the action already with Chris Dill, and Moose has been renowned for his aggressive tactics. It's on here. Greg Lazard push and shove with Brad Dalton. And he's absolutely one man, I wouldn't argue, with his Greg Lazard.
Yes, that's silly there. A little bit of elbow by Ian Rebellion, Chris Steele, and everyone's got a little bit fired up. Nothing in it, really.
There's something about Ian Rebellion, Dave Ang. Let's have a look at it here again. We see Chris Steele dive on the ball, Moose dives on the ball, and you might see a little elbow come over the top. And bang, it collected Chris Steele on the head too. But back to live action, jump ball, and Chris Steele wins it.
Ian Rebellion, of course, has played 6 years with the Falcons. Played with Sydney in 79, 80 and 89, and his previous 6 years with the Newcastle Falcons.
For aggressive tactics, Dave Ankeny, if you had 5 Ian Rebellions in your starting 5, you wouldn't lose too many games.
Well, I'll tell you what, Ian, probably skill-wise, might not consider him the best player in the league, but he lifts everyone else 10% just by his desire, and we saw it on that last play down there in the defensive end. He doesn't mind losing a bit of skin off his body just to help the team.
So no love lost in this clash between the Falcons and the Kings. The Falcons lead the all-time encounters 14-10, and the Kings would love to get one back tonight. Harvey, Chris Dill, Michael Johnson. They're moving up on Johnson very quickly tonight. Lazard tries to get around Brad Dalton, gets him in 2 points, and the Falcons out by 3.
That's 6 points to Greg Lazard. 8 to Bullock, the two big players working well for Newcastle inside.
Rebellion to Keogh. Thought about inside. Now Brad Dalton gets the ball back out to Rebellion. He tries to get around Harvey off Chris Dill's foot, and the Kings will inbound. So a fairly intense sort of game at this stage. And referee Roger Shaw is just asking our camera assistant to move sideways to make less room. Or make more room for the players, I should say. Capacity crowd here, Terry. Yes. And people are standing right on the edges of the court.
It's great to see, Mike. And obviously a lot of people have travelled down the highway from Sydney to see this match.
Dalton, Keogh, 3-point attempt. Plenty of time again, and he makes it.
And Brad Dalton gets the pushing foul on the rebound.
So the points count. She's all locked up with just over 2.5 minutes left in this first term. It's been fairly entertaining. There's been bits of everything in it. Harvey takes on Keogh, gets around him. Keogh coming back to try and intercept, does so. Gets the ball back. And Michael Johnson gets the foul hanging on to Damien Keogh.
That'll be a shooting one-on-one situation with Newcastle with 5 team fouls now, and Damien Keogh go to the line. Good defensive work there by Damien Keogh.
So Mal Cooper to hand the ball over to Damien Keogh at the line.
There's Damien Keogh's record, averaging 13.1 career record. Assists also 6.2, career 4.4, and he's had a 35-point game.
Probably an underrated sort of player, Terry.
He certainly is. He's a good team player, as we mentioned with Ian Rebellion. He's the sort of guy that goes out and does the big defensive job on the star player, and this year he's taken more a scoring role.
So the Kings in front by a couple. Peter Harvey calling the shots to Chris Dill. Thought about it inside of James Bullock. Had to go outside to Michael Johnson. Swivels, shoots, makes the basket.
That is a great shot. You won't see a better shot anywhere, anytime, in any league.
Moose gets the charge this time on. Michael Johnson, and the crowd love it.
Let's have a look at this again and make up your own mind. As you see, Ian Rebellion just charged Michael Johnson with his shoulder, actually, so it was a pretty good call.
Could have gone either way. Michael Johnson fairly spread.
I think more or less he put his shoulder into him and made the
Terry,
charge.
I might disagree with you on that one. I think the shoulder's legal, isn't it?
Johnson on fire. Falcons by 2.
You just got to...
Rebellion out to Keogh. Thought about the three-point shot. Got it inside of Sval Dennis. He can't handle, but the foul's on Chris Dill. Sval Dennis will go to the line to shoot 1-on-1.
Yes, Chris, there's the shooting statistics there with pretty even. Falcons 50%, Kings 53%. Anything over 50% is going to win you a lot of games, and both teams on that target at the moment. 1-on-1, so Sval Dennis has got to hit with the first to get the second.
And can't make it. Bullock gets the rebound.
It's not renowned from the line. Andrew Sval Dennis played 150 games in the league, so he's an experienced player.
Chris Dill to Bullock. Has the shot now. Makes the 2. The Falcons lead by 4. Minute and a half left in the first term. Rebellion will bring it back up the court for the Kings.
James Bullock playing great confidence, isn't he? Every time he gets the ball, he looks like he can score.
Terry,
Mark
it's good to see
short.
that they're actually posting him up and they're taking advantage of his good one-on-one ability.
That's right.
And they're getting him the ball in good shooting position, and he certainly is doing the damage.
That's been our major criticism over the weeks, that the ball's just not going inside, so they get the good shot.
James Bullock taking on Mark Dalton again. Turns, shoots off the glass. He makes it. The Falcons lead by 6. So there's an 8-point turnaround within a minute and a half. Less than a minute left in this first term, and it's been fairly entertaining. Keogh, good ball inside to Brad Dalton. He has the shot. He overshoots. Michael Johnson can't get the tip away. Mark Dalton gets the ball back. Out to Keogh. Plenty of time for the three-point attempt. He's 3 from 3 from that spot tonight. So very quickly the game turns around.
That's 11 points to Damien Keogh, and not frightened to take the three-pointer. 35 seconds remaining.
So the Falcons must put the ball up before the quarter-time hooter. Chris Dill. Bullock now. Mark Dalton moved out on him. Bullock all the way. Can he make the 2? He can't. Lazard over the top. It won't count. And
Well,
Bullock will go to the line to shoot a couple. On Damien Keogh gets the foul. Here it is.
James Bullock getting a space. Mark Dalton going for the intercept, and Bullock's got plenty of space to move in, and there's the foul there in the act of shooting, so he'll go to the line. James Bullock averaging 27.5 in his 38 games in the NBL. In 1990, averaging 28. Scores with the first. 13 points so far in this quarter, so an excellent start to the game.
Going for number 2 now. James Bullock gets up and it's in. So the Falcons lead by 5. 25 seconds left on it. Falcons thought about the full court press there just for a moment, but they'll be happy just to play this out and maintain the lead in this first quarter. The Kings have got to take a good percentage shot here. Rebellion out to Keogh. Will he attempt the three-pointer? 11 seconds left on the clock. Rebellion now gets around Michael Johnson. Good defence by the Falcons. 5 seconds. Mark Dalton with a shot. He overshoots Bullock. He's got 1 second to throw it up. He can't. And a quarter time here at the Newcastle Sports Entertainment Centre. Unbelievably, the Falcons lead 28-23. Welcome back to Broadmeadow Stadium. The second half of the clash between the Sydney Kings and the Newcastle Aussie Tapes Falcons. What a clash it promises to be from here on in. The Kings lead by a couple, and James Bullock, the man that did it all in the first half, 26 points. He gives it over to Greg Lazard. and the Kings knock it out of bounds after Mark Riddon fell over teammate Ian Rebellion, and the Falcons will inbound. Terry Charlton, your prediction from here?
Well, I think, you know, obviously the game could go any way, Mike, but I think Newcastle is capable of winning the game as long as they get a few more passes, play a bit more as a team. James Bullock's obviously hot, but I think he's got to move the ball around and get everyone scoring.
Dave Ankeny?
Well, you know, I'm quite surprised just watching the start of... We see Mark Riddle guarding James Bullock. Mark Riddle on 3 fouls, so if Coach Ken Cole, I think he should be attacking Mark Riddle, trying to get him out of the game, being such a good player. And I'm quite surprised Bob Turner put Riddle on James Bullock. So that might be an interesting matchup.
Tim Morrissey found plenty of room to have a move around there, and he gets the 2 points.
Extra couple of steps, I think. But referee keeper wasn't interested, said it was okay.
Michael Johnson now. Should have shot the ball out to Peter Hill. He made me eat my words, and he scored 3.
Yes.
Put it down as an assist.
First field basket for Peter Hill. Michael Johnson would normally put it up from there, but looking for his teammate.
Morrissey, Rebellion with the ball. Out to Keogh, nearly intercepted there by James Carr. Riddling in, Bullock leaves him wide. But they get the rebound, the Falcons, yes. Peter Hill covers up and he'll bring the ball back now. A chance for the Falcons to retake the lead after that big 3-point bomb by Peter Hill. Out to Michael Johnson. Space to move around Morrissey. Has the shot now, can't make it. Bullock in there with the offensive rebound. Bounces off his head, off the back of Damien Keogh. Oh, low ball. Goodness gracious, Roger Shields having a shocker.
No, off Damien Keogh's foot, no worries, and Ian Rebellion scores the 2, so that's a costly error. First 2 points for Ian Rebellion.
Michael Johnson with the ball now. Lazard coming out to set the screen. Gets it out to Peter Hill. Good ball inside to Lazard. Now out to James Carr. He has a crack at the 3-pointer. He can't make it. Nearly got the foul on Damien Keogh, and rightly so. Damien Keogh has a little bit of a complaint to Roger Shields. Keogh screen set by Brad Dolt. Rebellion with the ball. Tries to get around Carr. Good defence by James Carr. Riddling with the ball now. Inside to Morrissey. Bit of a push in the back by Greg Lazard. Gets the basket. There's Tim Morrissey. Fairly quiet in the first half, but looks as though he's been a little bit fired up at the start of the second half very well indeed.
I'd say Coach Turner would have told him to look to be a scoring threat. And Newcastle maintaining their zone defence. There's a fair few holes in the zone.
James Carr with the offensive rebound. Can he grab it? No. Damien Keogh looked to put a foot in a touch then when he had the ball. In Rebellion with the ball now. Out to Keogh. Thought about the 3-point attempt. Props at the free throw line now, makes a couple. And the Kings quickly out to a 7-point lead.
Coach Ken Cole call timeout here. 7-point lead. I think he's got to get his troops reorganized here and get back in this game.
Bullock with the ball to James Carr. Pressured there by Rebellion.
Deliberate foul on James Carr. Silly play. Ian Rebellion marking him closely, and Carr's got upset, pushed him off right in front of the referee, and he shakes his head.
A little bit of an acting award there for Rebellion in that particular play, but
Dave,
some 2 shots at the foul line.
Dave, if you're going to do that, you're not going to do it right in front of the referee.
You coached him well, Dave. Rebellion at the line and makes the first. So earlier in the season we saw the Falcons with the problem that the third quarter was their downfall. Rebellion misses that one, but the Kings will get the ball back from the halfway.
Yes, James Carr has been subbed off after that.
Rebellion, beautiful pass into Mark Riddle, sticks it away for 2. And all of a sudden, being ahead by 2, they're out by 10. 8:40 left in the third term. And the Sydney Kings lead 59-49. So Terry Charlton, how quickly can this game turn around? The Kings only ahead by a couple at half-time. They've come out and they've just blown the Falcons away.
They certainly have. Let's see what Ken Cole's saying.
On the inside area, James on the inside, and just keep the ball moving. Bullock's going inside with Lazard. We're trying to push the ball in and punish them point blank. You've got to lift your defensive effort. We're in a 2-1-2 right now, and I expect to see non-stop scrapping. It's a 2-1-2 virtual matchup, okay? You must get a man. Lift now, lift now. Come on.
Yes.
One of the returns from last night. NBL game, the Gold Coast Cougars 108 defeated the Sydney Kings 103.
So Dave Ankeny, Coach Bob Turner would be pretty happy the way the Kings have come out after the break.
Yes, he certainly is, and he's watching James Bullock because he feels James is going to get the ball now and try to do a bit more now that the Falcons are down 10. So he's telling his troops, let's pick him up a little bit more, and then the ball goes straight into him.
Just as you speak, Mark Riddlin gets the rebound. Greg Lazard and Tim Morrissey having a little bit of a clash. Frustration starting to creep in. Shooting percentage, Kings 53%, Falcons 43%. As Keogh dishes to Morrissey, gets the ball back, three-point attempt, rebounds 25 to 16 as Keogh makes 3.
Turnovers 7 apiece. Assists Falcons 4, Kings 8, and steals 3 to 2 to the Falcons.
There's been some very heavy body contact here. Referee Mal Cooper's just pulling Timmy Morrissey and Greg Lazard up and say, come on, cool it down, boys. There's a basketball game to be won here. The Kings lead quite handsomely now, 62-49 after that three-point bomb by Damien Keogh.
Referees lost a little bit of control, really, calling, not being consistent with their calls.
Peter Harvey. Inside to Greg Lazard, swivels, shoots. Makes the 2. 11 points in arrears, the Falcons. Peter Harvey tried to get the tap away. Keogh. Hill moved out quickly, but he couldn't stop Keogh getting the pass inside of Dalton. Keogh's got the ball now to Rebilliard. Rebilliard with a shot. He can't make it over, shoots by a big way. Peter Hill runs it back at the Sydney Kings defence now. Gets around Rebilliard. Rebilliard gets a hand on it, tapped away. Peter Hill shrugs off the Moose.
Yes, Sydney defence good. Good
has
fight
a three-point attempt, can't make it, and Riddlin gets the rebound. Quickly out to Keogh now.
Falcons getting a little bit upset by the tight marking, Dave.
Yes, that's right. That was a good defensive play there by the Kings. They really frustrated the Falcons. And as I always said, Terry, that wins games, the old defense.
Tim Morrissey puts the 2 and gets fouled in the act of shooting. As we can see, this quarter, the Falcons are shooting 22%, the Kings 86. So you don't have to be a genius to work out why the Kings are leading by 13 points.
And it could be 14 after Tim Morrissey drops this one. The new boomer, the blonde Tim Morrissey, makes it a 14-point lead of the Kings. What a blowout this has been in this term so far. Peter Harvey, still no substitutions coming from the Falcons bench. Michael Johnson. Greg Lazard tries to set the screen, but the Kings avoid that pretty easily. Harvey gets it back to Johnson, just blindly shoots and can't come up with the points. Bullock in there scrapping with Riddlin. Riddlin wins out this time. Keogh with the ball. Runs it back at the Falcons quickly now. Has plenty of space, thought about the shot, gave it away to Rebilliard. Rebilliard looking inside to Brad Dalton. Ball away jumper, he overshoots. Harvey and Morrissey, mismatch. Hill somehow comes up with the ball.
Good rebound, Peter Hill, went in hard, picked up the ball. Sydney defence doing a great job on Michael Johnson, only scored 4 points. And
Bullock, plenty of moves.
Bullock takes the drive.
Makes the 2, 28 points for James Bullock.
Falcons should be doing a little bit more of that. James Bullock really hasn't got the ball inside here in 6 minutes in the third quarter, and he's in a good position.
Brad Dalton gets it inside to Morrissey. Better defence by the Falcons. Gets it away to Riddlin. He likes that posse. Can it go in? No. Brad Dalton finally gets the 2 points. And substitution finally made by Coach Ken Cole. Skylab Neil Turner coming into the game for the ironical cheers of the crowd. And Greg Lazard having a rest on the bench.
There's the action replay there with a nice little pass in by Brad Dalton across to Riddlin. Can't score, but Dalton gets the second rebound and puts the 2 away.
Back to live action. James Bullock with the ball. Tries to get around Riddlin.
Good defensive
comes in with double team. Peter Harvey. He tries to go all the way. Gets it out to James Bullock at the high post. Makes the 2. Better play by the Falcons.
That's 30 points to Bullock. Good drive there by Peter Harvey. Drew the defence and dished off nicely to Bullock to put the 2 away.
James Bullock already over his season average of 28. Keogh now taking on Peter Hill. Gets it to Moose at the top of the key. Out to Brad Dalton. Plenty of space. That's short. Tapped away by Peter Hill. 3-on-2 they run at the Kings. Peter Hill, can he go all the way? Props in the paint to James Bullock. Gets the ball back and there's a foul there either to Ian Rebilliard or Tim Morrissey. But the Falcons will inbound from the side.
There's a score by quarter where you can see that Newcastle led by 5, 28-23 at quarter time. They went in 2 behind, 46-48 at the half, and now they trail 53-65 with 4:57 remaining in the third quarter. So a big turnaround in the third quarter.
Must give credit to Peter Hill too. He stayed in there and he's picked up a few offensive rebounds, or defensive rebounds I should say, just by the fact that he stayed in there and he's gone for the ball. So good effort from Peter Hill on the boards.
Sees a little gap, goes all the way. That's a great pass from Peter Hill. Great drive.
7 points to Peter Hill. We watch the action replay again with Damien Coe in poor position, and Hill goes through and scores the layup.
Keogh. Better refereeing. They allowed the contact between Peter Hill and Damien Keogh to go, but Keogh in plenty of space fires it up. That's short. James Bullock with a rebound. Great rebound, Bullock. Nearly turns it over. Gets it back to Peter Hill. 10 points behind the Falcons. Chance to close the gap. Peter Harvey steadies the ship just momentarily. Inside to Michael Johnson. Conspicuous by his absence on the point scoring sheet so far tonight. Peter Hill drives. Can he get the two? Will it drop? No, but he'll go to the line and shoot a couple.
Yes, another good drive by Peter Hill.
So 4:03 left on the clock as we look at it again.
The ball rims the ring. Looks like it's going to go in for a 3-point play, but just comes out, much to the disgust of Peter Hill.
So timeout call by Coach Bob Turner. 4:03 left in the third term. The Kings by 10, 67-57.
Start to put the ball on the floor. Let's look to pick up the charge. At least look to rotate on it so the ball doesn't go down and a nice easy drive. All right? We got ourselves up to 14 now. We let them back in just by some offensive. We're not moving the ball offensively. We're not looking to get it inside as much. And that triangle is dead. There's nothing happening on it. You got to cut high, low, high, low. All right? You've got to be moving inside. Don't stagnate by posting up. Keep yourself moving all the time. All right? We get action inside. We get the ball inside. We stand. We don't get it in there. And when we have the guards just rotating around doing nothing. All right? So make yourself move. Turn. Thanks, Tim. Don't post up. Move. Move looking for the ball. Let's come on.
It's the whole essence of good offense with being able to play without the ball, move into the right positions. How did Ken Cole see it, Dave?
Well, no changes for the Falcons. Ken Cole's sticking with his zone, but he wants his players moving out there and picking up the men and making sure that for the last 4 minutes of this quarter they play very, very good defense. And hopefully they'll get back to within 4, 3 points, whatever, just to make it a close one into the last quarter.
8 points to Peter Hill. You can see his statistics there, averaging 6.2 in 1999 points, and
Gary, his confidence has really picked up, hasn't it?
Certainly.
After last week, because he's the one player who's really attacking all over the court, defensively and offensively. He's really going and saying, well, if you're going to beat me, beat me at my best. And I'd like to see that.
That's right.
Keogh, plenty of room again. Can't come up with the basket, but Peter Hill gets the foul on Mark Dalton. And that'll be side ball for the Kings.
But that's a good foul. He's contesting the ball. You don't mind your players getting a foul if they're contesting loose balls.
We'll watch the action replay here again. You can see Peter Hill pulling off, and Mark Dalton's got the ball, and the referee's called that.
Mark Dalton lays it up, can't make it. Neil Turner, can he get the tap away? Does so. Michael Johnson keeps it in, and that's got to be a foul on Andrew Spaldenis.
Yeah, it's a little bit unlucky as we see the shooting percentage there. Falcons 33%, abysmal really. Kings 57%. Rebounds 25 to 30, Falcons in front.
So the chant goes up here at the Newcastle Sports Entertainment Centre. James Bullock. Screen being set there by Peter Hill. Bullock looking to do it all himself to get around Mark Dalton. Props at the high post, shoots, can't make it. Picked up by Tim Morrissey. Keogh out quickly to Rebellion. Rebellion just running at the defence of the Falcons. Beautiful ball in by Keogh to Spaldenis. Yes. Tapped away by Neil Turner. Magnificent reject. Harvey now. He props. Looks inside for Turner. Can't get it. They turn it over. So all the good work undone there. Keogh now. Can he make them pay at the other end of the court? Morrissey just slows it down. Keogh says, let's settle it down.
Very good defensive pressure by Sydney. They're making Newcastle make errors.
Rebellion, three-point attempt. That's short. Bullock taps it away. Another good rebound. Johnson in the ring. Bullock didn't seem nearly intercepted by Damien Keogh. They turn it over again. And no sense complaining, James. You've got to play hard all the time here at the stadium tonight.
The thing about that was a good defensive effort to double teaming by the Sydney players.
Turn over at the other end.
Falcons here. Should be 2 points.
Tapped away by Damien Keogh. Good defence again. Greg Lazard checking back into the game. Here it is again.
That's the action replay. Intercept there. Peter Hill takes off. Nice little pass to Peter Harvey. Plenty of space. Oh, gee.
Well, he really could have gone to the line to shoot a couple there.
That wasn't a foul.
Peter Hill, long three-point bomb, short. Tapped away by Greg Lazard. Picked up by Michael Johnson. Hill again. Out to Harvey now. The intensity's really lifted here for the Falcons. Michael Johnson looking to get into the game. Three-point attempt. Make that! Yes, Falcons are back in it.
That'll give Michael Johnson a bit of confidence. 7 points in the game so far. It's been very closely marked by Sydney.
Good comeback from being 14 points down, Dave Ankeny, to be behind by 5.
It certainly is, and let's give it to the defense. They've got Falcons really hustled on defense the last few minutes, and that got them right back in the ball game.
2 to Mark Dalton. Harvey with the ball now. Lazard in for Bullock. Tries to get around. Will go to his right. Does so. Falls away for the jump. Neil Turner in there for 2. Good stuff, the youngster.
Yes, Neil Turner, first points in the game. Let's watch that again as Greg Lazard goes up, takes the jump shot. Ball around the ring, and you can see Neil Turner coming from outside the picture. Great work there.
At 6'17", you've got a fair height advantage, haven't you?
Well, we noticed Ian Billiard out, Mark Malone in the game. This would be an ideal opportunity for the Falcons to press up, with Sydney only having really one recognized ball carrier in. We'll see whether that changes or not.
Just over a minute left in this third term. 5 points the difference. Keogh with the ball. Bit of a mismatch there, Riddle and Harvey. Three-point attempt, Damien Keogh. And he can really start to blow you out if he's on range, and he's been on range tonight.
24 points.
72-64 to the Kings. Michael Johnson, can he reply? From the free throw line, makes 2. So it's raining points, less than a minute now. Keogh just slowly bringing it up. They want to make this shot count because they know the Falcons will have the last throw of the dice in this third term. Tim Morrissey, the Falcons working for a turnover here. They need the ball. If the shot goes up, they want the defensive rebound. Morrissey inside to Riddle. He falls away with a shot. That's short, and Bullock taps it out of court. No, says the referee, Mal Cooper, and the Falcons have got 32 seconds to take a good shot. They trail by 6. Peter Harvey now. Will they attempt the 3 from this area and try and get within 3 at three-quarter time? Peter Harvey, they're really starting to milk the clock down. 18 seconds left. Harvey now. Michael Johnson checked by Morrissey. Peter Hill has a quick look at the clock. They've got 12 seconds. The clock goes. They must take the shot within the time. Michael Johnson to Peter Hill. Inside the 2-point area. Tapped away. And the Falcons will get the ball. Because the Kings player got a hand to it. They've got 3 seconds to take a shot. Surely they will try and attempt the 3-point play now. Although there is a full quarter to go. Out to Peter Hill, intercepted by Mark Dalton. He's got 2 seconds, has a throw, that's well short. And at three-quarter time here, it is anybody's ball game. The Sydney NEC Kings lead the Newcastle Aussie Tapes Falcons 72-66.
Coming soon to NBN, the NBN Mazda Supershot Contest. You could win this fabulous Mazda 323 sedan by watching Saturday Night Shootout and Sports Centre Sunday. We'll pick the Supershots, you pick the best, and you could win a great Mazda 323 in the NBN Mazda Supershot Contest. Coming soon to NBN.
So can the Newcastle Aussie Tapes Falcons pull off the upset of the season so far by defeating the City NEC Kings? We've got 12 minutes to find out. They trail by 6, but anything's possible in this game of basketball. That's only 2 shots to get back on even terms. Tim Morrissey with the ball now.
There's the shooting percentage there with Falcons shooting 36%, Kings 45. Both low percentage. Rebounds advantage to Falcons, 38 to 26.
Keogh dishes off to Mark Dalton. He has the shot and makes the 2. They lead by 8, the Kings. Grant Kruger back into the game. James Bullock still on the bench for the Falcons. Michael Johnson fires the 3-point bomb and makes it. They want MJ to fire in this last 12 minutes, and he started in great fashion.
Certainly has, and I don't think Bullock will be on the bench long. He's played a remarkable game. I wouldn't like to see him sitting there too long.
What Coach Ken Cole have to say, Dave?
The coach Cole thought that he'd leave James off for about 3 or 4 minutes, just to give him a little bit of a break, and then he knows he's coming back on. He wants his team to really battle the next few minutes because he thinks the next 3 or 4 minutes, if they get even with the Kings, then they're going to win this game because the Kings are the team under pressure.
That road trip and the loss last night would certainly be playing on their minds. Neil Turner with the ball out to Michael Johnson. Has the three-point attempt. Makes it, Michael Johnson!
There's Tim Morrissey all over the top in the air, but put it away and just a 4-point game.
76-72.
I wonder who Dave Ankeny's coming on to guard. Moose Rebilliard's coming on to guard Dave Ankeny.
Well, I might think that it might be a person number 5, Mike Johnson, but we'll have to wait and see. Ian did a very good job in the first 3 quarters. I think they better stop Mike now because we all know that Mike, once he's hot, he's pretty hard to stop.
So the Sydney bench a little bit concerned. They lead by 4. Hard game last night. Inside is Val Dennis. He's tough to stop under there. Good double team. Michael Johnson in there scrapping.
Bad luck.
Caught a travel.
That's all right. He got after the ball, and
but that'll give his teammates a lot of confidence.
that's what you want.
Dave Ankeny just blinks his eyes and said, was that Michael Johnson on the ground there fighting for a ball?
Now that's the captain's role, that one. Diving for loose balls.
Rebilliard has to get it out to Keogh. Plenty of time. Finally gets it out to Rebilliard once again. Goes into the paint himself. Big body check there by Lazard. And tough stuff by Grant Kruger. No score. But the foul will be on Kruger and the Kings will get the ball from the side. Here it is.
Watch the replay here again as Mr. Rebilliard penetrates. Fence comes on him. He gets a nice little pass to Val Dennis. And Kruger gets the foul prior to the shot, so the ball from the side.
Mark Dalton. The defence certainly is tightened by the Falcons. They won't want to get into either team. Oh, good reach out, block shot by Lazard. Riddlin throws it up again against 2. But neither team will want to get into the bonus situation this final term. That could decide the issue. 6 points the difference. Peter Hill.
Ian Rebilliard, hands all over Michael Johnson, away from the ball. You can't see that on the screen. Johnson goes down, says something to the referee.
Hill. Turner, good ball inside to Kruger. Can he get the shot away? He does. And the Kings will inbound. Grant Kruger thought it came off the hands of a Kings player. Riddlin from the strike. That's well short. Mark Dalton with a great offensive rebound. Lifts out. Can the Falcons get it? No. Val Dennis in there. He gets the 2. Good tough basket by Andrews Val Dennis. They lead by 8, the Kings. Peter Hill now throws it off to Michael Johnson. Can he throw it up? He does so. 2-point attempt. Oh, Greg Lazard over the top takes Andrews Val Dennis down with him. Damien Keogh now. Out to Mark Riddlin. Keogh, 3-point attempt. He makes it and makes the shot. He does. Damien Keogh. And all of a sudden they're out to an 11-point lead. And coach Ken Cole will now be forced to bring James Bullock back. 9:01 left in the match. The Kings lead 83-72. Well, it certainly does turn around very quickly, and Damien Keogh is having a blinder tonight, Terry Charlton.
Certainly is. 27 points, Mike, and the thing about it is very, very high percentage shooting, which sometimes he doesn't shoot such a high percentage, but he certainly turned this game around for the Kings in the 3rd quarter, and shooting very well from the 3-point line. As we go down and listen to what Ken Cole's got to say.
I want a lot of the ball in the shooter's hands, which means Johnson, Hill looking to get open, Bullock, and the 2 big men getting them open. But you've got to work. You've got to work with everything you got. The game is there now. It's there now. What we really want to do is contain like crazy for the next 4 minutes with everything you got defensively and offensively. Get the ball into the key men's hands and get them open. Let's go. Come on, it's ours. Let's go.
Coach Cole fairly confident that they're in there with a big show in this one, Dave, even though trailed by 11. What about Bobby Turner?
Well, Coach Turner obviously is worried about James Bullock and Mike Johnson. He knows they're the danger men for the Falcons. So he's telling his men, let's play him honest, but let's not let him get anything else. Offensively, he knows that once they get the ball inside, that the Falcons are going to be running. So he wants his team to make sure they get back.
Bullock now. Good defence by the Sydney Kings. And a fairly tough call by Mal Cooper because I thought Mark Dalton and also Mark Riddlin did a good job.
There's double team Bullock there. We'll watch the replay here again. James Bullock takes the step. You can see Dalton come in, did get a bit of the arm, so referee's right on the spot there.
So Mark Dalton and Mark Riddle both on 3 personal fouls as James Bullock goes to the line to try and narrow the gap. Makes the first.
It's 31 points to Bullock. Certainly been a dominant, as you can see his scoring there. Free throws, 1990, only shoots 50% from the line, 88, 61%. So not a great record from the free throw line, but 100% on that occasion.
So they trail by 9, the Falcons. Ian Rebellion with the ball for the Sydney Kings.
And we see a change-up here. Oh, I thought I saw a change-up. They picked the Falcons up at half court. Thought they might have been going man-to-man, but they've gone back into the zone.
Great pass by Mark Riddle to Andrew Svaldenis. Good play, Keogh, Dalton, and also Svaldenis on that occasion.
Svaldenis had a big impact on the game while he's been on there. 14 points, a lot of easy baskets.
Michael Johnson, better defence by Rebellion. Johnson just fires it up, and the foul will be on James Bullock.
There's the score by quarters there, where Newcastle led by 5 at quarter time, 28-23, trailed by 2, 46-48 at the half. Went into the 3-quarter time trailing 6, 66-72, and trail 74-85, 11 points with 8:16 remaining in the game.
Keogh now, key player for the Kings tonight, drives. The Falcons come up with it. Well done, James Bullock. Johnson gets it over to one of his guards, Peter Hill. Hill now runs it to Damien Keogh. Offloads to Lazard. Now to Johnson. Johnson forced to take the shot. Would have been an incredible basket if it had gone in. Riddle picked up the crumbs. Dalton now out to Keogh. Keogh decides to clap on the pace. He goes all the way himself, and Grant Kruger will get the foul.
Be nice to see that one again. Third personal foul on Grant Kruger. Hobbles away.
7:47 left in the match. The Kings lead 85-74. Damien Keogh at the line for the Sydney Kings. He really hasn't had a bad quarter tonight. He's been in there the whole time.
Yes, he's certainly been the star and led his team. As you can see there, his shooting percentage from the free throw line, 68% in 1990. But he's having a big one tonight.
So they lead by 13, the Kings. The game's starting to slip away from the Falcons. They need some points and they need them quickly. Michael Johnson now goes all the way. Gets the 2, will go to the line to add the extra.
Yes, Michael Johnson taking a good drive to the basket there, drawing the defence, and he was fouled in the act of shooting, so he'll be able to convert the 3rd point.
Michael Johnson not really noted for his physical contact, Dave Ankin, but he's throwing his body in this last half.
Yes, good to see from Mike. He's good to see him taking the ball to the basket that time. He rarely does that. He likes his jump shot, but that time he gets a 3-point play, and he wasn't outside the 3-point line.
So back to a 10-point margin. Mark Dalton with the ball. Quiet, unassuming sort of player, but by G, he's consistent.
There's the shooting for the game with Falcons 41%, the Kings 53%. Both teams have had 70 shots. As Damien Keogh picks up another 3 points, takes him into the 30s.
So where the Falcons come back, Damien Keogh just blasts away with a 3-pointer. So they're going to the 2 smaller men again, Peter Harvey and Peter Hill. Coach Ken Cole calls timeout. And with 7 minutes and 12 seconds left in the game, the Kings lead handsomely at this stage, 90-77. Let's have a listen to what Coach Bob Turner's got to say in this final term timeout.
Easy ones down here at this end. Stay up on Johnson, all right? Don't look to foul. Let's not put him on the line. Just play good positional defense, all right? As much as you can. Okay, much as you can. Good positional defense. Offensive end, keep moving. If they go to man like they are right now, go power. All right, let's look at Johnson is on Tim. All right, we can then run inside, go dribble lead and look inside. If not, then run X cuts and get him off a cut. Johnson's not going to follow him too much, all right? Let's get him off cuts. Don't do so many stagnant things out of our power. Let's move the ball. Rub, pop X, and let them try and get inside. High X or low X. But you got to cut. You got 7 minutes to go now. You got to move. They stay in man. You got to move.
So Coach Bobby Turner calling for plenty of movement by the Sydney Kings. Coach Ken Cole concerned at all at this stage, Dave?
Oh, he certainly is, and he wants his players. He went over his whole offensive routine. get them into the offense. Defensively, we're going to see them pick up the Kings full court man-to-man, which is a good move because they have to do it. They're going to get back in this game.
Michael Johnson. Oh, 2 points, only just.
Interesting, in the break we checked the three-point shooting, Mike. Both teams have had 15 three-point attempts. Newcastle hit with 5 and Sydney with 8. But Damien Keogh's 8 from 13 at 62%. That's remarkable.
Big reject by Greg Lazard, picked up by James Bullock. That might give the Falcons a lift, although that won't, because that was a low pass by Bullock to Johnson and he couldn't control it, and the Kings back in possession.
Let's have a look at this reject. Magnificent jumping here by Greg Lazard. Ian Rebellion going to the lap and just swatted it away.
Nearly swatted it that hard that it went out of court, but it was picked up by Bullock. Then they turn it over. The Kings turn it over. Michael Johnson, will he stick this away? Does so! Late 2 points, MJ. 9 points the difference with 6 minutes left in the match.
Peter Hill gets the foul. And that's 4 team fouls, so gee whiz, that's costly. As Michael Johnson in the replay, beautiful jumper, dunks the ball.
Foul on Peter Hill.
1-on-1, that's costly.
Yes, at this stage, now that the Kings are in the bonus situation, every time the Falcons foul, the Kings will go to the line.
One point the coach Paul did bring out, he said if you're going to foul, he said foul Rebilliard and called Dennis, who's not in the game. But obviously going for the weak free-throw shooters, see how Moose goes.
Well, he's picked it right on that occasion. But I wouldn't like to base my whole game strategy for the rest of the match on hoping that you'll foul Rebellion and foul Dennis and go to the line, because they're bound to get some of them.
Rebellion gets the foul there on Michael Johnson. Complains to the referee, but he's got away with a lot of fouls tonight. Shouldn't complain too much.
That's Moose's 4th. So James Bullock to inbound for the Falcons. Hill with the ball. Back to Bullock. The defence strong by the Kings at this stage. Bullock looking for a way around Ridlin. Falls away with a jumper, makes the 2. 7 points in it. So the 2 guards, Harvey and Hill, hassling the Kings players at this stage.
Big job for Peter Harvey, marking the Australian representative, Damien Keogh.
Ridlin with the ball. Morrissey at the top of the key. Ridlin calls for it inside, but he goes outside to Mark Dalton. Morrissey gets the ball back, tries to get around Bullock, dishes off to Keogh from the high post. He can't make the 2 on this occasion, and Ridlin gets the easy 2 points. Hill drives all the way, tries to get around Morrissey, steps on Morrissey in actual fact, and makes the 2.
11 points to Peter Hill.
Rebellion.
5 minutes remaining in the game.
Slowing things down a little bit, the Kings. Mark Ridlin with the ball. To the top of the key to Morrissey. Out to Mark Dalton. Back to Damien Keogh. Harvey moves out on him very quickly. Morrissey into Ridlin. Can he get around Lazard? Bounces away. Michael Johnson taps into Bullock. Smothers up James Bullock. So the Falcons, 4.5 minutes left in the match. They're not done yet. Michael Johnson, can he fire it up? Falls away. Favourite shot, makes 2.
He's really taken on Ian Rebellion in this last quarter and scored very, very well. 24 points as we watch the action replay here. Steps away on the baseline and puts the 2 away.
Tim Morrissey, the crowd really starting to fire up too. Ridlin, 5 points in it.
Important play here into Morrissey. Oh, little step.
Gets away with it, gets 2, and the Falcons bench go berserk. Peter Hill dishes off to Peter Harvey. Bit of a low pass, but they retain possession. Peter Hill looking inside to Michael Johnson, throws it straight to Ian Rebellion, and that could be very costly indeed with just under 4 minutes to go.
There's good defensive effort there by Rebellion.
Falcons will have to come up with 1 or 2 steals of their own if they're going to get back in this game. Can't rely on just shooting all the time. They've got to do it on the defensive end.
Morrissey. Dalton.
Oh.
Got a hand on it, had another little bit of a walk. Fair dinkum.
They've lost control altogether, haven't they?
Out by 9, the Kings. Peter Harvey. To Michael Johnson, nearly intercepted by Rebellion again. Michael Johnson, 3-point attempt, way over the top. Picked up by Morrissey. They really have a chance to close it down now, the Kings. Mark Dalton into Morrissey, that's 2. And they lead by 11 again with 3 minutes left in the match, and that should be the ball game, Dave Ankeny.
Yes, well, Falcons certainly had a good chance there, but with 11 down with 3 minutes to go, they've got to work. They need a couple quick baskets.
Double team on James Bullock, forced to fire it up. Michael Johnson in there with a tremendous offensive rebound. They're going to fight all the way, the Falcons. 1 from 14 so far this season, but they're not going to give in with a fight, without a fight to their arch rivals, the Sydney Kings. Good ball to Rebellion. He drives all the way, gets it outside to Morrissey. His teammates thought Rebellion was going to have the shot. Keogh with the ball now. He throws it up, overshoots. Lazard. Harvey runs it out quickly. Goes all the way, gets it down to Michael Johnson for 3. He makes it. They're not done yet, the Falcons.
29 points to Johnson. He's actually scored 20 in this last quarter. Dave, 20 points in 10 minutes.
They need to score a few more, the Falcons. They still trail by 6. Rebellion, the defence is tightened from the Falcons. They've got a sniff of victory, 2 minutes left in the match. The Kings just really trying to play down time. Michael Johnson gets the foul, and Dalton will go to the line to shoot 1-1.
Not a bad foul at this stage. Mark Dalton's going to have to put them in. The Falcons come up with the ball. Good move.
1:59 left in the match. The Kings by 6, 98-92. Part of the big crowd in here tonight, a tremendous crowd. They turn people away at the gate, and they're seeing a classic confrontation as Mark Dalton gets the first of 2. And now they lead by 7.
There's Mark Dalton's record on the screen. 157 games, average of 13.5. 1990, 13.7. So pretty well spot on target.
This is with the second.
7 points, the difference.
Under 2 minutes to go. Michael Johnson plays the near alley-oop with Peter Harvey, and they get 2. They've worked that move pretty well all year.
Yes, it's an important play. Don't need to foul.
Mark Dalton in a little bit of trouble. Mark Ridland's got the ball. They're way out at the top of the key. The Kings, good defence. Michael Johnson fouls. Really quite an intentional foul to take Moose to the line. But a good captain's foul, and he knew that he had to get in there to try and get the ball back.
That's right. Well, Coach Cole instructed the players in a timeout earlier that Rebellion was the man to foul. And it's a one-on-one situation. He's got to score this first shot.
Makes it this time, the Moose. So the lead by 6.
4 points to Rebellion. You can see his record there. 68% from the free throw line.
An important shot, this one, because that would give him a bit of a buffer. He doesn't make it. Lazard grabs a huge rebound. They need a couple of three-point shots to get back on level terms. Michael Johnson fires it up. Short. Peter Harvey knocks it back into play. Michael Johnson gets it. Throws himself into a sponsor's box. Damien Keogh now. Peter Harvey gets it back. Fiddlin gets it back for the Kings. It's all happening here. Morrissey goes to the line. And Lazard gets the foul. And Morrissey for 1-1. And that's Greg Lazard's 4th personal foul. Here it is again.
Yes, watch the action replay again. No doubt about the foul. A fake. He was all over the top of Morrissey.
And he's still complaining. The man that can bench press 450.
Morrissey not good from the free throw line. Scores with the first.
Couldn't even put the mockers on him, Terry.
He's 18 points for the match. As we see his career free throw percentage of 60%, which is fairly low for a top player.
And he makes both of them. They lead by 8, so the Falcons have got a minute to get back on level terms.
Move the ball.
They've got to have shots quickly. James Bullock goes all the way, can't make it, but will go to the line to shoot a couple. With 1:01 left on the clock, they trail by 8, and the foul is on Mark Ridland, I believe. And timeout called by Coach Bob Turner. A timely timeout with 1:01 left in the match. The Kings lead 102-94.
I want you and Damien to stack at the free throw line. All right, Tang, you and Tim, you go to half court and look to help out. One of you guys go get the ball, then the other guy gets to the middle. If it's a man-to-man press, then get out. Look for the trap. Look for the trap. You just step in and look for the return pass, okay? Let's take care of the basketball. I want you to get it up and take care of it. Get it up and take care of it, all right? Let's get into offense. Get into offense. We can just run X and cuts, all right? Run pop X, all right? Just run through it and turn it over, but keep learning to attack it. Don't get negative. Don't get negative. Try and give up the ball quick so we can keep moving the ball so we can't get the fouls, okay? It's locked out on the free throw line right now. This is all game. 1 minute. Hey, come on, suck it up.
Obviously, Coach Bob Turner in a good position. They've virtually only got to hold the ball for the 2 possessions, and they'll win this game. How did Ken Cole see it, Dave?
Well, obviously, offensively, they want to go to Mike Johnson as much as possible when they're down. After these free throws, we'll see that the Falcons are going to try to deny the ball inbounds, so they're going to pick up their men and try to stop them from getting the ball in play at all.
Bullock misses with the first.
There's James Bullock's career average, averaging 27.5. Free throws, 50%. That's surprising, really. Misses the 2. That's not what the doctor ordered.
Tim Morrissey was under the basket at an eternity. They're really just going to shut it down now, the Kings. They lead by 8. There's less than a minute left in the match. Mark Ridlin bounces off the back of Peter Hill. They turn it over, do they? No. Damien Keogh, gutsy play. Gets it to Mark Dalton. He puts it away for 2, and that'll certainly be the ball game. 37 seconds left in the match. The Falcons really just have got to throw it up. It's a forlorn hope now. They've battled hard, but the Sydney Kings have proved that they still are in line for the semi-finals as Peter Harvey throws it up, can't make it. Rebellion gets the ball, taps it away out of bounds, and the Falcons will inbound with 22 seconds left in the match. But Terry, the Sydney Kings, they've battled hard with Coach Bob Turner tonight, and they thoroughly deserve their victory, although the Falcons have played extremely well.
That's right. I think Sydney Kings' defence won them the game. They put a lot of pressure on Newcastle and upset their offensive tempo.
They bank any your summation of the match.
Well, I'd agree with that. The Kings, after last night's loss, could have been down in the dumps, but they came back and they really played hard. And I think it was 48 minutes of better basketball. The Falcons probably played about 40 minutes of good basketball.
There's the final shot of the match by former Falcon Ian Rebellion. Shakes hands with Peter Harvey. Bob Turner and Ken Cole shake hands, but it's all over. A good win for the Sydney Kings. They have defeated the Newcastle Aussie Tapes Falcons 104-94.